Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us we have the Fansrock. This is a digital AM/FM NOAA weather band emergency radio. I got this off Amazon for a killer deal at $15. It was on sale. Normally it was $30. Couldn't pass up $15. I thought I'd give it a try. Pretty impressed for what you get for $15. If this video airs and this radio isn't $15 anymore, say it's 18 or 20, still a deal. If it's over 20, probably think about something else. But under $20, it's a great bargain. I'm already giving you final thoughts, but it's that exciting of a emergency radio that I found. There's a lot of them out there, and this one, I really like the features it has. But again, there are some options I'll give you if it is over $20 at the time of this video. Let's look at the box anyway. Multifunctional digital emergency crank radio. Illustration of the radio. As you can tell, it's digital display. Nice. And we got light source there. Yeah, so really liking this. So we got Dynamo, solar, USB, LED floodlight. Now this floodlight on here is amazing. I really like it. It's probably one of the better selling points on this radio. I really like it. I get a siren blink mode, so it's got a strobe and siren, which is pretty important. Same as the SOS feature. That's the beacon it has. This size here, you got some information. Sweet specifications right on the box. It comes with an 18650 battery, which is amazing. Flat top, replaceable. That's key there, replaceable. We got frequency information. We got a weight of 252 grams. Okay, cool. And it's got an input-output source there. It does have a power bank feature that works solid. Another thing is clock, very important. And we'll get to all those features. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up, see what we get. All right, so it comes in a plastic tray, which is very nice to see. Nice printed manual. The radio is in yellow, my favorite color for a radio. And then underneath this tray, I think it's some extra stuff. Just you can't dump that out. Okay, I'm gonna put this box aside here. Let's find a spot for it. Okay, so goodies, what do we get with the radio? Okay, so we get a USB charging cable, nothing new here. This is a micro USB. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of newer radios come with Type-C now. So micro USB is kind of on its way out, I think, with emergency radios, but still not bad to have. A lot of our radios still use that. Bring this down a little bit. They give you a nice little quick release lanyard, it looks like. Yeah, that's nice. Just press this and pop that off. That actually is a sharp setup. I like that. Click and go. And it's adjustable too for your wrist. Look at that. Hey, I like this. That's quality. Oh, I actually do like lanyards. Nice. All right, so next we have the instructions. Let's look at those real quick. And then we'll get to the radio. Fansrock. I love that. Our fans rock. So we made them a radio. So there you go. What it does, what the different things are. Snapshot. You get it. There's specifications that was on the box. It's also in the manual. Down here, operating instructions, again, very basic. There's a little picture of the LCD display. It's showing dynamo cranking. It's pretty standard. Or turn it 3 times per second. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Put it in a sunny place for charging. It's got a tiny solar panel. Don't expect much from it. Yeah, its specifications wasn't that great for the solar panel. And then the back side of this, we're almost done with the instructions. I just want to hit my tripod here, of course. Show you all the instructions just in case I missed something, because the radio does have quite a bit. And I'm not going to cover every bit of it, but I'm going to cover most of it. Another thing I noticed on here, it has a 9K, 10K switch for AM. Now the AM mode is not that great on this radio. It's good for locals only, which we're going to show you. But otherwise, if you got local stations that use 9K, there you go. You can switch it over. Sleep timer. Okay, question and answer. Blah 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 blah. Precautions. Package content, QR code, in case you want to know, and support us at fansrocker.com. All right, cool. Okay, let's get to that radio. Here it is, up close and personal. Get out a little sleeve. Yeah, loving that yellow. I'm a fan of yellow radios. Let's zoom it on down even further. Okay, let's go over dimensions. We have 5¼ inches in length. We're about 3 inches in height, and we have about 1.5 inches in depth. So if you notice, this light goes on when it gets some solar charging, which I don't know if that's very efficient or not, but you can see it's got a little charge icon going when I'm in full light. And it stops when I do that. Okay. Let's do a little size comparison. I'm going to bring this back up. Now, I usually do the culprits like the CC Pocket, and then I bring out the CC Skywave here, showing them at once. I also want to show it with the Tai Mahoon Geartis Submarine 1, which I really like. It's one of my favorites. But as you can see, this Fansrock radio is really small in comparison. And it's really just amazing output. It's got a better speaker. It's got a better light source. You can see that. Except this radio here excels on the AM band. I mean, this really does better on the AM band. But uses similar batteries too, by the way. So this looks more yellow. All right, this looks more like a yellow-orange now. Man, I thought it was yellow. It's pumpkin. All right, and of course, last but not least, Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He loves emergency radios from Fansrock, man. Look at that business end of those flashlight. All right, so you get the idea. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. All right, can't stop singing it. It's in my head now. So yeah, I told you the price, $15. If it's still on sale, pick one up. Just do it because it's worth every bit of $15. So let's go over features. Left-hand side, we got a spotlight or projected beam, which is nice. So we just got our switch up here, click it once, turns that light on. It's pretty bright. I don't know what the lumens are, but man, I want to say it's probably about 150. Yeah, it's not bad. And you got a blinker. It's not SOS, but it's a blinker. Now the best part is the flood beam. Now this flood beam uses 5 LEDs, and it's a nice warm light compared to the other light. And it lights up stuff evenly. I really like this light. Yeah, that's its best feature. I think it's 5 LEDs. You kind of see them through that translucent area. So definitely a cool light source. Now with the same button here for that light switch, if you press and hold it, it'll do the SOS and flash. There you go. On the front here, we got a speaker. Now that speaker reminds me of like the TIV-DEO V115, where it has the, my hands turn yellow. That's wonderful. Yellow for a yellow radio. It has this really cool speaker. It has a nice bass tone to it. I really like that. It's not the typical tinny stuff. So they definitely improved with the speaker. Expect great audio from it. We're going to hear that in a second. It's about 1.5 inches in diameter. Our LCD window, as you can see, that blue light keeps coming on, messing up my contrast on my color temperature on my camera here. You can see it's got the running clock, and it has the battery status indicator. Buttons, there's quite a bit. They're pretty self-explanatory. We got power sleep, of course, turning it on, turning it off, adjusting time for sleep function. It's like 90, 80, 70, 60. It goes in 10-minute increments all the way down to 0. We got the band button, so you switch your 3 bands. And of course, you press and hold this, it'll do a band scan, and it'll save the presets. You get 19 presets per band, I believe. So it's pretty basic on the presets. Digital volume up and down. It's not fantastic when you're using headphones, but with this speaker here, it's fine. You have a clock set and alarm set. So this has an alarm feature. I think if you press and hold this, let's see, hold on. I think it's press hold and double tap. Maybe it's double tap. Okay. So the little alarm icon comes on. That's like one of the most important things on emergency radio is to have a clock and have an alarm. Because if the power's out, how are you going to get up in the morning? So perfect idea. I love having that. Double click, turn that off. Okay. So yeah, and you can set your clock. Over here, tuning up and down, and of course, seek up and down. Right hand side, we have the power bank feature. We have USB input. There's your type, micro USB, I was going to say type C for a second. And man, this color is definitely screwing up my, okay. We got a headphone jack there, a headphone jack experience. I like to talk about that. Headphone jack experience. It's FM mono both ears, no stereo sound. It's got a slight low level hiss. On FM, it has decent lows, strong mids, decent highs. But when you're on volume 1, it's fairly loud. So if you like quiet, easy listening, like in the middle of the night, you're not going to want to use headphones with this radio. you're going to want something else. But otherwise, you're walking outside, it's perfect. On AM and NOAA weather bands, it's flat, neutral tone, good for talk radio. So, and then over here we have our output power. It outputs 1 amp at 5 volts. It does a great job. I measured it, and it did fantastic. So, definitely an improved circuit. I've seen them where they don't work as well. On top here, we have the light button I showed you and the solar panel that keeps kicking that little light on. That's all right. I'll have to deal with it. On the back, we have our FM and NOAA weather band antenna, and it extends out to 10.5 inches, so not very long, but it does swivel here. As you can see, it comes out the back. It does have some nice directional capabilities. I'm trying to tune a station in. Gotta like that. We got our Dynamo crank. Sweet. Try to turn that thing 3 times per second. So you can do it. It seems like it's fairly well made. I feel no inconsistency there. Definitely for emergency use only. And the best part of this radio is behind the battery compartments. Let's go to open this up. We're going to turn the radio on in a moment, so hang in there. But we're going to open this up here. There's our battery. It comes with 18650 flat top. Yes, I love flat top batteries. And it's 2000 milliamp hour rated, which isn't bad for a little pocket, throw in a drawer type emergency radio. But you can also upgrade it. Say you have one of these here. Here's a Samsung 35E. This is, I think, 3500 milliamp hour. So you could boost it almost double. So there you go. Boom. Done. You could also use some reclaim cells. Like if you reclaim like I do, I got this for like 30 cents out of a, one of those modem backup batteries. It had 3 of these in there, and the price came out to 30 cents a piece. And they're great. They still work fine. And it's 2600 milliamp hour. So already getting a little extra boost, and you can put it right in there. So it's nice to have extras of these handy in a little case. You always want to have them protected in the case. And you can use them right in your emergency radio if this one died quickly. So I do like that. It's replaceable with a common type battery. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to turn it on, and then I'll talk about FM reception. So hit power on. As you can tell, we got radio todderbert going on, 92.9 megahertz. So it's FM. This little dot's the volume. I thought it was signal strength, but it's the volume. It reminds me, I think Eaton does that too. And then it says megahertz here. So pretty simple. Let's turn this down. Talk about FM reception. So I sit upstairs with my radios and I check. Get the contrast back. I see what it can do during the day, usually midday. Antenna extended. I move it around, trying to figure out how many stations I can find. With DSP radios, they do fairly well. This one here averaged about 57 stations found, putting it in about a good category. That's a 3-star rating, which is fairly good. On an average radio, old school, such as this one here, this realistic, you can expect about 40 to 48 stations. That's about okay to good for an older analog radio. So those DSP radios do push the envelope a little bit. And this particular one, not bad for 15 bucks. Gets a decent sensitivity rating. FM selectivity, it gets an okay to good rating because the antenna is not very big. Some of the bigger stations bleed over to the smaller stations. So expect an average experience with the FM, though it sounds good on the speaker. Loving that speaker. So let's go ahead and do a little demo on the audio. What I usually use is this C-Crane FM transmitter. I have an iPod, a Sony MP3 player hooked up to my transmitter, and it's transmitting at 92.9 megahertz to the receiving radio. That way I can demo the audio. Now I do this for most of my radios now, so if you want to know the tone difference, check out my other radios, like say this review. I did the same thing with this radio, and you can see how it turned out comparatively. So let's go ahead and turn this up, jam out. About a minute or two. Get an idea for audio. So we're gonna do a NOAA weather scan, and we're gonna do an FM band scan because AM is not so great on here. So let's go ahead and hook up. I'm gonna hook up a little wire antenna just to get a little boost downstairs here. I'm in a subfloor basement. We're gonna see what we can pick up on the FM band. Let me just reach around here and get this wire. It's kind of wrapped up with my other stuff. Okay, here we are. So it's just a little 12-foot wire that sits in my windowsill. It's on the inside, not the outside. Just to give it a little extra reception. Let's see how it does. So we'll go ahead and everything's off here. Okay. Don't want any interference. So let's go ahead and start tuning. We're going to go to the bottom of the band. I think it's just going to stop. Let's see. We got memories in here. So yeah, it's got 19. So it stops right in the middle of the band here. Okay, bottom. So let's go ahead and turn this volume up. We'll see what we can pick up. You can't go fast. You can press and hold it, which is nice.
And, somebody at the top says, this my way or the highway. And very often it ends up being the highway. As people feel not responded to, not listened to, their concerns not met.
What? Share it with us. Call 866-871-1144. That's 866-871-1144.
That we knew about and were adding up over a lifetime.
And we have a live Sunday morning broadcast at 10:30 a.m. But we here at Calvary Chapel, Madison feel that our most important service of the week is on Friday evenings at 7 p.m. when we gather.
Is the health check producer Erica Wright. She's been fully vaccinated and has also...
I don't even know what
does
that means.
I don't either.
I don't know, that's what they're saying.
Florida offers amazing four-year graduation rates, internships, and job placement for students with learning differences. Find out more about spring.
Learn more at WIPGA.org. This message is sponsored by your local...
All right, find yourself a designated driver and get on out of here. Cocktail time's over. 10 at 1097 White FM The Drive. Chicago's classic rock. Last call. Van Halen there from Women and Children First. Take your whiskey home. Have this AC/DC from Back in Black.
Impressed like this, probably why I got him quiet on the set like this. Like it, love it.
No matter where you stash your cat.
Your rock stars are lifting your guitar.
8 more deals. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
Remembering days in the courtyard, I came from trap at night. As time ticks by. Baby, didn't get the chance to.
It's specifically formulated.
And I've sent my mother to Dr. T.
Comes close, I've never known. That I finally found me.
Find any part you need at all auto parts on Kishwaukee and save up to 60% over buying new. Almost every part comes with a night.
Que usted debe $50.
In this river that I've been washing.
CBS News, Los Angeles.
Top trending stories on WBBMNewsRadio.com.
Worker.
Northwest Highway and Crystal Lake. También te puedes comunicar conmigo al...
Zwykle stanął na wysokości zadania i zabezpieczył dodatkowy transport morski.
Finally. Salí mal con mis amigos.
Okay, so you get the idea there. That's the FM band, so let's go ahead and turn it down. We're going to go ahead and do a NOAA weather, see what we can pick up there. Now, during the day, a NOAA weather band, I picked up about 5 stations, which was pretty nice. So extend my antenna up, move some radios out of the way here. Okay, let's see what we could pick up. This little antenna, it's 10.5-inch antenna. Yeah, it's a pretty small antenna. I wish it was longer, but, you know, for $15, I'm not going to complain too much. So let's go ahead and weather. Okay, here we go. Channel 1.
In the upper 30s. West winds
Crank it up
to 10 miles an hour, shifting to the south in the afternoon. Friday night, mostly cloudy. Lows in the upper 20s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. 15 to 25 knots in the afternoon. Gusts up to 30 knots. Partly sunny. Waves 1 to 2 feet building to 2 to 4 feet in the late morning and afternoon. For Tuesday night and Wednesday, mostly cloudy. Lows in the mid-20s. 21 in the suburbs.
Okay, that
and
last
in the
one's
lower
4.
20s
This
downtown.
is 5. Cool.
Highs in the upper 30s.
Charging.
Tuesday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. 5 feet subsiding to 2 to 4 feet after
Channel 7.
midnight. Friday, west winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming south in the afternoon. Sunny in the morning, then becoming...
So it does a fantastic job on the NOAA weather bands. It doesn't have NOAA weather alert, but that's okay. If it's storming or, you know, something's coming, you got your radio, you just tune it to your strongest weather band station and off you go. Awesome to have that. So, yeah. Cool to see it charging with the solar panel. Not bad. It's one of those nicely made ones, too. It's not a cheap looking one. All right, get that tucked in there. So get the color balance back. Iron Man helps out. Yeah, it works good because different colors helps bring the colors back. All right, let's go ahead and go to the AM band. We don't expect much here. During the day, I was only able to get my local stations. I'm going to go ahead and just tune this on down and see if we can't pick up any nighttime stations that are strong. Oh boy, all the way past it. Okay, so we're going to turn this up. You can hear all the buzzing it has as we go. 540, we should be picking up something here. Nothing. We should pick up on something. 560. Let's just give you an idea.
Then we see her post on Instagram that she had been deployed, right? Because she's in the Army Reserves.
So as you can see, it's not that great of an AM receiver. It's not the display. Display goes off. You know, if I covered this and that display went off, it doesn't matter. Just poorly implemented AM.
85-81 alongside Bill Whittington. Chuck Swirsky back with more in a moment on 670 The Score, the Bulls Radio Network. This is the official radio home of the Bulls.
You know, I'm glad we're just providing commentary and comedy for everybody.
Hey, we're doing that.
These are all local stations.
About it, and we appreciate it. No, all right.
That's where Zoomer Radio would be. Let's see if we can't pick that up with the other radio. I'm gonna try.
Think they should be. It was not my purpose to make. That purchase a new home, you need to call Team Hockey. You see that on the bigger picture.
Okay, not able to pick it up, but with a little tiny analog, it's a little harder. Alright, so let's just finish tuning this up and you guys can see what this does.
In this country.
Republican leader Kevin McCarthy called the vote an abuse of power.
That's correspondent Chris.
That's 780, should have came in.
Rockets could have pulled the upset. I'm glad I didn't think that belonged. Short on the dribble. Shot clock
Chicago.
by Kate.
So, you know, we're about 11 o'clock at night almost. Picking up a buzz. Now that might be internally generated.
Only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleeptodderbert.com.
My doctor told me my blood pressure is borderline.
It's local.
I figured. To help maintain healthy blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and
So pretty unusable at night. Oh, this is Iowa right here. KCJJ. It's not bad. Okay. So you get the idea.
MyWindowWorks.com. That's
AM band, good for locals, only in the night. I mean, barely good for locals, as you can tell. This was the better sounding radio as far as AM goes. If you need to have a receiver with AM on it, you want to pick that one up. So yeah, real quick, let me go ahead and turn that off. So there's current time, 10:47. I am in Chicago, Illinois. I forgot to mention that. So 2 radios here. Let me just zoom it up. You can pick this one up usually $16.99 at a regular price. Sometimes these go on sale for like $13, $14. What I like about this one is it does do the flat tops as well. Okay, it's got the same battery, replaceable with a flat top. A wonderful thing to see. It's got a nicer dynamo, but it doesn't have a digital clock. It does not have an alarm clock, which I find rather important. And the light's really basic. It's just got a simple 3 LED light source, which might be fine. But if you want something a little nicer, the light source on this one is much nicer. I mean, this is just an amazing light as well. Audio. I do enjoy the speaker audio on this one better. I mean, it's got a nice deeper tone versus a little tinny tone. But if you have to have all the bands, get this radio. If you just need FM and NOAA weather band, this is fantastic for $15. I'm loving it. So there it is. The Fansrock digital AM FM NOAA weather band radio. It gets a big thumbs up for me when it's $15 to $18. If it's 20 or higher, I might start thinking about something else, but otherwise, not bad. I'm pretty impressed by the build quality. Everything's nicely made. Everything fits together nicely on this radio. I'm really liking it. So there it is. I hope you liked the video. Give me a big like if you did. 2, if you like emergency radios on the cheap side, definitely subscribe with the bell icon. Get notified of deals. If this stays on sale or it goes even cheaper, I'll post it in my community section. And those who have that bell icon clicked get notified of the deal here, and we'll be able to cash in. So definitely the way to go. And 3, comment below what you think about the Fansrock digital radio. Would you get emergency radio with a digital display, or would you keep it simple and go with something like this? Design-wise, this is more appealing. It's traditional lines. This is kind of a funky design, but I like it. I like funky. It helps. But let me know down below what you think and which one you would pick. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.